Okay, actually, it kind of does work. And a lot of this like fluid flowing above here hides the seams. Really, it feels like the main domain issue is just going to be this thing on the edge here. Yeah, I think we'll do one more sim at this level, just extend the domain here, and also have a full liquid sim out here. And then, or continue the liquid sim so it continues here. And honestly, what we might need to do is just have a wind force or drag force over here that pulls the particles out here, so that because they kind of need a clean frame completely so we can have a seamless loop here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go into simulation, full add in, where is it? A force field. So add force. Kind of make this up a little bit, and constraints. Strength is going to start out at 0, boom, and then it's going to slowly raise up to like, I don't know, 10. We'll also remember we're not going to 600 because that's the looping part. We actually need to go a little bit past that so we can have something to fade into, just in case. So we'll go to 620 to be absolutely safe. And free it and sim it. Oh, wait, nope. I need to stop. Start simming at 440. I'm not gonna wait that long. Alright. Free and sim. So bam, it falls. And the wind really whips those away. Okay. So it's good. I mean, we need it away, but we don't need it that strong. Alright, so it looks like kind of pushing. I think it's really fast here, right around 5. So let's maybe make this, instead of 10, let's make you 4. Move this back a little bit to like 495.95. We'll do this, free and bake. So it's still going. It's going pretty damn fast, so maybe let's just increase the flow. Well, we need to keyframe the flow so it starts at 0, and then it goes up to like 0.5 maybe. So free and bake. Ooh, okay, that fits. Oh, it doesn't actually simulate past 600 because I think this is capped at 600. Let's go to 620. So it can simulate. And then do this again. But it's going. It's a little bit fast still. But it's getting there. I think we can lower it just a little bit and then lower the strength. Like maybe like 3. And then go for this. Alright, now let's see. Kind of goes. Nice. There's still some particles at 600. Unless we extend the simulation more. Alright, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I think we're at a good place now to simulate again. See how it all looks. Once we get that simulation, I actually prefer to do a little bit of rendering before doing a final simulation. Just because I feel like so much of these projects are emotionally driven, of motivation, and it's exhilarating to finally see it render with like all the textures and the lighting and everything there. So I usually like to start rendering before I do a final bake on the simulation, just to really confirm to me that this is working. Let's do one more test simulation with all of this, and let's work on rendering and all of that. So let's first go in for the simulation bit. Free this, move that back to 1. And then we'll keep it at 128. We could do a slightly higher at 252. It's also probably better that we do a 252 right now, just so we can see, because that's the more you increase this resolution, the more liquid's going to be coming into this simulation on the whole. So, alrighty, and onwards we go. Alright, so I stopped it in the middle of the bake to double check things, and I did realize that it is a lot of water. Especially coming in here, it gets really bulky really quickly, which I think honestly might be easily done if we just half this, or even like a third it. Halve it and maybe have it be emitting liquid for a little bit less time. Alright, so I paused the bake again, and I'm realizing that it actually feels like the fluid is just gaining in volume throughout here. You can kind of see in this, it just looks like it's getting bigger without any particles going into it. One way typically to reduce this is to decrease the particle radius here. You can even see here it says that if the simulation decrease if the simulation seems to gain volume. So we'll lower that and try again. I'll continue doing some tweaking here and there and whatnot, and hopefully get back to you with some final values that worked for me. Also, just for context, in between some of the bakes earlier, I tweaked the size of this a little bit, and then I also tweaked the size of this origin mesh a little bit and whatnot. Just little things to make sure the timing worked out well, and had it start on, you know, frame 34 instead, or stop on frame 34. And then I also added some barrels over here to just hide the presumptive seams of this when the water's going to be washing over here, in case we do see that on the floor. I think we're good to just get a full sim, get a full test render in, and see how it feels. Wonderful. So we're now at this point where it's going, it works. It is still quite a good bit of fluid. You can't really tell though that the particles are disappearing. At least things seem to be moving too fast, even when they're coming right at the camera. The one issue with this though is this. It ends with so much fluid there, and then it cuts off here before we can really start to do that. So I think the solution is going to be to extend the fluid simulation for maybe like another 50 frames, give this enough time for all these particles to leave, and then just remap the camera animation to meet this. So that it's going to require more fluid. If I were, all right, now we've got it, and honestly, I think at this point I'm just going to make the particles slowly become transparent over time.